Hello, everybody. As you can see, I changed my room a bit around. It looks very nice, doesn't it? Let me just check if my mic's working. No, it was not working. And you know why? It's because I didn't plug it in. So today, the second I had the thought of what today's topic is, I just felt a rush down my my chest. Oh my goodness! Today is this fated day where I think I have to update my amazing phone. I should probably have cleaned it up a little bit, but I'm going to do a bit of a phone tour. I'm still stuck on iOS 17 because I love it so much. I've seen the new one, and this is my biggest reason, maybe my only reason, as well as the Photos app, why I've kept it like this. Oh goodness, how bad is the lighting? Anyways. Aha. That's the best we're gonna get. So you remember this, guys? I haven't had those like semi-transparent, those translucent icons that you can get yet, just because it's not available in this update. So I just have a normal thing here. Oh, it's a long time. Let me show you what a video looks like. This is from my TikTok, and look, it lets you scrub. If you tap it, oopsie poopsie. What an efficient way to do all this. Tap this, and you tap this, tap the middle thing. You can, wow! Apparently that's something that you lose in there. So, here I go, updating my phone. Well, first of all, I don't have enough storage, so let me just delete some photos. Okay, it's gonna take a while. Okay, turns out, yes, I had to delete a lot of things, but now it's available. I'm gonna update it to iOS 18.6.2. And my phone is at 17.6.1. Let me just see how far that was. August 7th, 2024. So apparently only a year. I don't know why that felt so long to me, not updating my phone. But yes, here we go. Here we go. Software update. You get 8 new emojis. Guys, I would have done it way sooner if I'd known we got 8 new emojis. It's doing it. Terms and conditions. Okay. Okay, I'll let you know when it's finished. And yeah, I'm excited to move on. But I like this update. I like the old iOS things. Don't worry. I know some of you like the new ones. I'm happy for you. Okay. I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about using your phone renewably and buying technology renewably, and the most fundamental reason why we must do that. In 1885, after the scramble for Africa, European countries held a conference to decide how they should divide up parts of the African continents. King Leopold II of Belgium wanted Congo for its riches and told everybody else that he'd bring civilization to the Congo, which was a lie. Instead, he put millions of citizens there to work and burned villages to the ground with his private army. The living civilians were made to gather rubber at that time. And the reason why I say at that time is because many civilians, children included, are enslaved today, mining their gold, copper, cobalt, coltan, zinc, niobium, titanium, diamonds, and other things like iron. Fresh water isn't even safe from being extorted out of the country. Their punishments are still as dire in order to keep the country enslaved. Even after Congo was deemed free in 1960, with their first leader wanting to gain true independence and build the country up from its pain and suffering, that leader, Patrice Lumumba, was then assassinated manipulated by the CIA. Since then, future leaders of Congo have been chosen by Western countries in order to maintain the illusion of independency in Congo, while the Western countries benefit from the ongoing. This includes Britain, America, France, China, and others. These countries fund the rebel group that consists of people from neighboring countries, as this group enacts further on the Congolese people, forcing them to mine and create more children that will continue mining. Western countries and companies benefit by taking the minerals and using them in their own products. For example, Apple. I had never questioned why and how so many batteries existed in the world for us to be able to get a new release of phones every single year. Why I can just go to the store and power every piece of technology in my house with some disposable batteries at such a low cost. It turns out that there is a cost, and it's an entire country's worth of people enduring brutality to have their own land and minerals extorted. King Leopold II 10 million Congolese parents, children, and siblings in his lifetime. That was a long time ago. You can imagine the number now. I wanted to take this slightly meaningful moment for myself in my day to try to spread the story of Congo, however summarized and censored I put it. In order to help, you must think about these children with their lives endangered when you next purchase something extorted from Congo. As a side note and a story time, recently broke for somehow I broke my phone. It's not the one that I'm showing you right now. I actually really like to collect phones, so I had three in total. I was using one, and this is one of my two backups. That was the Samsung Flip 3 that I'd managed to break, and really irrelevantly and really vainly of me, I'd inspired my friend to get one for himself, one of these cool flip phones. And I was thinking of getting a new one because I just get jealous so easily, and that phone did mean so much to me. It was secondhand, and it wasn't completely working by the time I got it, but it was such a good price, sort of concerningly so. And I loved it with all my heart. Thankfully, I did not buy a new phone. With everything I know now, I'm glad I didn't. I think 2 extra phones is good enough. In my opinion, just as a final segue from the point of this video, I think it's okay to have a passion in collecting phones. If they're secondhand or refurbished or if it's ethical. However, I don't think I'm going to be doing much of that in the future because they have to come from somewhere, right? And these people selling their phones for a lesser price, or often buying a new one fresh from the company. So I don't even know how long I'm going to keep this up. But yeah, let's get back to the video. So in my situation, it would be a phone. I purchased my last phone, the Samsung Flip 3, from eBay as a second-hand purchase. I purchased my current phone from a refurbisher website. Even though it doesn't undo any suffering that has already taken root in these victims' childhoods, I would like to continue my habit of buying second-hand, as it ensures that the battery does not require replacing, and new coltan won't be used for a new phone. That is an example of bringing down the demand. I don't know how to end this G-side myself, but I do know that if you know what's going on, that's a glimmer of hope for somebody going through this, and one less excuse for our leaders to use it to keep going. In my opinion, online videos about Congo reaching somebody like me who loves buying phones and going on social media is the most efficient way I've learned about the country and become more mindful of my spending habits. Please look up Focus Congo, a group that has been giving education to Congolese children since 2013 so they can have a chance in life. Over 7 million children there do not have access to education, but this charity, led by former displaced children from Congo who now have the safety and education to try and help themselves, are revolutionizing the lives of each student they can take in. And Tubonera Foundation has collaborated with Focus Congo to give Congolese children shoes as well, something I take for granted as well. Apple is coming out with a new phone soon, and I'd like to ask you not to buy it, even though this is very censored on me. I just feel very hurt that my favorite creators, as I was really getting into phones and technology and stuff in recent years, have not spoken up about how these phones are being created in a way that I hope isn't too insensitive. There are people who say that Wakanda would exist, and it does exist, but it's being exploited right now. And many others say, which is something that I really can't refute at this point, is that the reason why nobody's doing anything about it, and the reason why people don't see it as such a big deal, is because of the color of their skin in Congo, where they're from. Nobody wants to help these people. I think that's very unfair. And there's no other thing that I can think of that could refute that. It looks like my phone is just updated. So maybe I can check it out. I really don't feel like it, actually. Um, this sort of stuff just makes me very sick to my core. I just want to say thank you for listening, and please lower the demand. And don't just listen to me. In fact, I should probably step away now and give you other people to listen to. Wait, I forgot to say actually, and it's not really important to this video topic, but yeah, it is. So the reason why I'm updating my phone in the first place is because TikTok is lagging a lot. I'm using my desktop version for now. Right now, I've made a new account to help people on Instagram, and it's called drew.helps.you. Drew is my name. I'm on TikTok. I'm finding creators who need uplifting and need their voices heard and have campaigns that need to be shared, which is what I'm aiming to help do, help push it to more people. And TikTok is not really letting me do that efficiently. It's kind of glitching and everything, so I thought that had something to do with my phone. Please follow me on TikTok at DVMEU and on Instagram, drew.helps.you. Happy birthday if it's your birthday, and love yourself.